Your arms are heavy, your back is aching, and you're moving with extreme caution. You try to maintain physical contact for as long as possible, inching your hands away from the mattress 1 centimeter at a time. But the moment the physical connection is broken, the baby's eyes snap open. The quiet is gone, replaced by immediate, high-pitched crying. This is usually when the cultural advice starts pouring in. You'll hear that the baby is trying to control the room, or that they've already learned how to pull your strings to get what they want. It leaves you wondering if you're actually making things worse, if picking them back up is reinforcing a bad habit that will haunt you for years. This interpretation of manipulation misses a critical reality of human development. To understand why that crib feels like a threat to a newborn, we have to look at the specific biological requirements for their survival. When you feel your own stress levels rising, your fully mature nervous system has the tools to process that data. You can take a breath, rationalize the situation, and engage your internal brakes to calm down. A newborn doesn't have that luxury. Their self-regulation mechanism is still under construction. As this diagram shows, their nervous system is an open, sparking circuit, completely incapable of closing the loop on its own. A baby who won't stop crying unless they're held is experiencing a state of physiological panic. They simply don't have the internal hardware required to turn the alarm off. For 280 days, this was the only world your baby knew. It was a space defined by constant physical pressure, 24-hour warmth, and the rhythmic drumming of a heartbeat. Then they're suddenly dropped into a world that is bright, loud, and cold. For the first time in their existence, they are physically disconnected from another human body. This total absence of familiar sensory data is a massive shock to their system. Without that constant input, their unfinished brain interprets the silence and the cold as a direct threat. The intense desire to be held is a drive to reclaim that lost baseline. They are seeking out the only environment where their body knows how to feel safe. When you pick them up, a biological process called co-regulation begins. Since the baby can't regulate their own internal state, you are stepping in to provide the stability they lack. Think of your stable, mature nervous system as a hardware patch. You are temporarily plugging into the baby's system to bridge the gaps in their unfinished wiring. As the diagram shows, specific data points begin to transfer the moment you make contact. Your body heat and the rhythmic pulse of your heartbeat provide a steady external pace for the baby's own heart rate to follow. Their brain also begins processing secondary signals. The familiar scent of your skin and the low frequency of your voice act as confirmation codes, telling the baby's brain that the world is no longer unfamiliar. This influx of data manually triggers the baby's parasympathetic nervous system. It forces the jagged stress waves to smooth out, eventually syncing them to the calm, rhythmic waves of your own body. This is the essential mechanism of early human life. You aren't just giving a hug, you are acting as the external nervous system for a human who doesn't have a functioning one yet. Pediatric experts are remarkably consistent on this point. You cannot spoil a newborn. Their brains haven't developed the complexity required to form bad habits through comfort. Consistent co-regulation has a specific long-term outcome. Repeatedly meeting the need for contact builds foundational trust within the baby's developing brain. Each time you pick them up, they learn a fundamental rule. When they are in distress, help is reliable. The world is a place where they can find safety. This sense of security is the baseline required for future independence. By being their external nervous system now, you are giving them the safety they need to eventually build their own. None of this makes the physical reality any easier. Acting as a biological anchor for another person is exhausting, and the mental toll of 24/7 contact is real. It is vital to regulate your own system first, whether that's using a carrier to free your hands or having someone else take over while you shower. You can't effectively co-regulate a baby if your own system is redlining. This phase of constant demand is temporary. As your baby's internal hardware matures and their own brakes begin to work, they will move toward independence. So at 3 a.m., when you feel like you'll never be able to put them down again, remember the biology. You are providing the exact habitat your baby needs to grow. Did your baby have a phase where they refused to be put down? Tell us how you handled it in the comments, and subscribe for more evidence-based parenting tips.